Y'all, how y'all doing? What it do, man? What's going on, people? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Saw this interesting topic. Saw this interesting topic. Um, and I'm not gonna lie to you. When I saw it, I went, I went straight to the comment section. And what I saw in the comment section was baffling. She literally asked a question, and everybody got mad. She literally asked a question. I stroll through the comments, I'm seeing thousands of black women up in arms because she asked a question. Now let me see if I got the question was honest question. What can we do as black women in America? Or what can we as black women in America do to stop aiding in the emasculation of black men in America? That's all she said. Ashley Love, good morning. Stephanie Jackson, what's going on? That is all she said. I saw comments like, why do black women always gotta fix stuff? Well, you need to talk to the black man about it. You should do this. I'm like, God damn. Y'all can't, we can't even have a conversation. And me, I try to be like educated about certain things. And when I look at people's reactions, I try to like, hold on, maybe I didn't, maybe I missed something. So I started going, I started defining some of the stuff. Like I let me see what aid means. See, I thought aid mean help, not the reason why it happened. I thought aid mean assisting. Let me ask y'all this. Y'all can call in if y'all want to. Y'all call in. Do y'all believe or do y'all think that in America they are trying to emasculate black men? Yes or no? Let's start there. Let's start at the beginning. Do y'all believe in America they are trying to emasculate the black man? That's the we just gonna start it there because sometimes when you talk to certain people, you can't just you gotta spoon feed them. You just can't just give them everything. You gotta feed them yourself. You just can't give them the whole plate. And we just gonna start it there. Folks on Instagram go to the because I'm not reading the Instagram stuff, y'all. So if y'all go to the YouTube, I'm reading these comments. But I see y'all saying yes. Okay, the people who are saying yes that America is trying to emasculate the black man. Do y'all believe that in some aspect black women are aiding, is helping America emasculate black men? And we had because they said yes because anybody with eyes can see it unless you're purposely not trying to see it. Now, and also my thing is if you think it's only, oh well, if your mentality is men that are in their 30s or late 20s. No, I'm also thinking about these young men at 17, 18, the world that they are curating. See, I'm not a selfish person. I'm not a person who just thinks about myself and what happens around me. I'm thinking about the generation after. And me to see these coming, I'm gonna put the number up there for y'all to call in. You know what I'm saying? But I just found it amazing how many black women were in the comments upset because she asked a question. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If I could be completely honest with y'all, as a man that loves black women, I love black women. Jeremy L. Holloway, I love black women. Do you understand? Sometimes when I get on social media, this is when I realized that it was something going on social media, because the moments when I get on social media, I was starting to hate black women, and I was like, is it really black women, or is it social media that's showing me certain things purposely for me to hate black women? I had to ask myself that because I was like, when I'm not on social media, I don't have a negative thing with black women. When I'm not on social media, I don't have problems with black women. I don't have problems with them. But when I get on social media, I see so much negativity from black women towards black men. And as a black woman, you might not see it because you're not affected by it. And some may see it. So when you have her ask a question, just are black women aiding in the emasculation of black men? And it's they gotta figure out what ask they mama. This then the y'all gotta go to the it's on the shade room, and of course it's the shade room. It's the shade room, so you know how they rocking over there. I'm like, God damn. Y'all, we can't even have a conversation no more. We gotta do better. If any of y'all want to call in and want to give your before I keep going, you want to put your thing on. They got the number right there. There's the number if you want to call. I know some of y'all be at work, and if you want to do a video chat, if you want a video chat versus just call in, you can do that too by clicking this link right here. Click this link in the comments. As a black queen, I have, let me see this. As a black queen, I have problems with my fellow black women. What problems do you have? And I don't want this to be taken like it's no shots at different people. I don't want to. It's not. I feel like we need to start having the actual talks, man, because it's all an argument. It's all just saying your point of view. It's like, but at what point we gonna try to understand each other? Because at the end of the day, how we moving as grown people, we got kids coming up in a world that we are assisting in dysfunction. We are helping the world look at us a certain way. Somebody calling in Instagram, man. Y'all not gonna be able to hear them unless you go to the YouTube.
Call from
Tony.
You got Tony on the
to
line.
accept.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Jeremy? Second time calling in. Yo, so basically, as far as the question that she asked, I always had this mixed feelings about it because I'm like, if I'm a man, right?
Yeah.
There's no, if I'm the man I say I am, how about that? If I'm the man I say I am, there's nothing that somebody can do or say that's going to take that from me.
Right.
Right. It start with the self, and it go back into mental health. That's another thing we don't talk about in our community.
Yeah.
At the same time, as far as emasculation, I figured that can only happen if it was already in dude to be emasculated.
Mm-hmm.
And it might be controversial. I ain't on my Derek Jackson type shit. No, I'm just saying like when it comes down to emasculating a man and taking his manhood and not letting him lead, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. I guess I got so good at discernment to see people that's damaged enough to try to snatch that role and not be open to a man lead. So. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot to go into that. It's a lot to unpack regarding that.
And this my thing. This my thing. That's why I made this statement of I'm not just talking about me as a man. I'm also thinking about the next generation who's trying to understand what being a man is. So that when you have the image of black men being portrayed a certain way, it don't have to be the women that's doing it. But in society, that's what I'm saying. When she asked the question of aiding, helping them emasculate us, not the fact that women are doing it, but when society as a whole, the people who are in control is pulling the strings, when they are trying to do this, and you have women that's helping them do it, are women black
that's
women,
facts.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying like as a man, I'm very masculine. A woman can't emasculate me, but I can see the world trying to emasculate black men, and I can see.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can still see that it may not affect me as an individual, but there's a lot of men that they're trying to control because a lot of guys are still trying to find out what it is to be a masculine man or to be a man. Period, bro. I just learned how to be a man, and I was at 28 years old. That's when it finally dawned on me what being a man was. So in that time period of trying to figure out what being a man is, there's no telling where I would have went if I grew up in this age where they are purposely and publicly and throwing it in your face trying to emasculate us. So that's
right.
what that's.
I think, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense because, like, you know, even coming up, granted, I had my father in my life. I thought that man every day. So, like, basically, whatever, you know, because they started it. I'm gonna say this. It was The Color Purple and Waiting to Exhale. It was them two movies right there. The first was The Color Purple, where it was nothing like the book. Everything that Mister did was like basically everything that the white man did to us as a whole, right? I mean, if we're gonna go there.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, it was the whole thing where they had Sophia leading Harpo, right?
Yeah.
In the book, she walking side by side with him.
Yeah.
All right. In the movie, she walking ahead of him up to Mister's house.
Yeah.
All right. So then you go to Waiting to Exhale. And it's every type of dude in there has some sort of major flaw that made him unsuitable for the woman. And then it basically put in black women's heads that, well, if you're going to stay with your race, you might as well settle. And that made a lot of sisters bitter. Because a lot of what media does is it don't touch the conscious, it touch the subconscious.
Facts.
So I get what you're saying as far as like society. And that's just two examples right there. That's just two examples. So like, I think when it comes down to what women can do is first, I mean, I ain't never one to chastise or try to police somebody else's behavior. Yeah. But for the love of God, y'all, please, 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 do not let your bitter ass friends determine how you should move in a relationship.
Especially if they single as hell.
Right. Especially if they single. Yeah. All right. That's the first thing. The second thing they can do, in all honesty, I mean, if you find yourself in a position where you're doing things, it could be something as simple as like credit repair, mental health services. If you find yourself in a position to get our community access to those things we don't have access to, then by all means. I mean, I'm putting this on the men to do the same thing. Right. But for the most part, a lot of us just need that one little spark, you know, to set everything off. So like, I'm not about to like put the whole onus, but as far as dealing with this matrix, that's the way that we got attack, because it's basically like this. They trying to use the black woman as they attack dogs against us. Yeah. That's what they trying to do. Yeah. Like the little pit bull. They trying to use them as a pit bull against us. The ones that get it, don't let it happen. Exactly. But the ones that don't see it, they like to point the finger, et cetera, et cetera. Like the case of that Nigerian cat that passed away, that's unfortunate. His girlfriend did it, whatever. I saw a lot of that's what you get type of comments. And the point is, the whole conversation turned man toxic instead of a dialogue. So we first gotta come to the table, man, and we gotta come with listening to understand instead of the response.
Fact, and that's right, and that's. I'm gonna ask you this: as a black man, do you see more love of being a black man or hate of being a black man? Like, what do you typically see? Like from black women, do you see more not a black woman that you're involved with? I'm just saying from black women, what type of energy do you get from them? Is it overshadowing of love? See what I'm saying? Like it's like I just be trying to cause this the thing when you listen to black women talk, they be saying, oh, black men don't protect them, but it's like what? So I would ask them certain things like, okay, what? So you saying you got a boy? Your boy? Which one of you have a boyfriend, fiance, or husband that's not protecting you? They get quiet. Mm-hmm. So it's like, so black men are protecting you, but it's the single ones that want every black man to protect them. While they scream they don't need us, while they scream and say so much negative things. Oh, you broke, you this, you that. Like you can be They be calling guys that work at the electrical company. They broke. The plumbers, they broke. And it's like, bro, they literally are the reason you able to live in your house. Yeah, they're literally you calling the cable guy, the guy that installed your internet, bro. You are only living off of these dudes that you saying ain't nothing.
Right. And listen, as somebody that's in the trades, I can tell you right now, an electrician or a linesman, after they second year working there, they get at least like 250 grand. That's free game right there. But nah, like just like I'm telling you, like it's because it's because everybody wants, you know, the glossy, glamorous, you know, image up front, and there's nothing wrong with looking after yourself.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not a person that's in the spotlight. I ain't never been a spotlight type cat. But it's like they want when they say, and there was a comment that my homeboy made a couple days ago. He said, when black women say they love black men, and it's a blanket statement, I don't like blanket statements. The gist of it was they only talking about the celebrities. They're not talking about the plumber, the janitor, whatever. People who otherwise might have 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that going to another topic. But as far as emasculation, it does start at the home.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be real, if the father ain't there. But like I said last week, as far as accountability is concerned, like, yeah, everybody has to be held accountable. But as far as to prevent emasculation, like, if first you don't call him a sissy or soft because he has emotions and shit. Don't do that.
I mean, bro, it's so much you can get. It's so much. Like, bro, I literally, like, we the other day when I went live, and I was saying the only reason I was able to understand women when I stopped looking at them as women. I had to look at them like they were human. When I looked at them like they were human, I started to see and understand why they made their mistakes, and understand, were able to accept the woman's mistakes because she's human. But when I looked at her like she was a woman, and the world say a woman's supposed to act and move like this, a woman's supposed to do this. So it's like, if you not doing it, you ain't no woman. I'm gonna look at you like a thought, or, you know what I'm saying, something else, you know.
Right. Well, it go back to this skit you did a year and a half ago, where I think you had this girl and you said the typical dude is going to cheat on the typical woman. Bro. And then you basically said, I'm not the typical dude and you're not the typical woman. So there's not going to be any cheating here. Basically what it is society got it all set up to where if you're this is how you're supposed to move, this is how you're supposed to look, and this is what your partner's supposed to look like, or else you will fail you.
Yeah, bro, you know that's the video that put me in Facebook jail for almost a year. Supposed to be getting out.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been. That's why I haven't been making no new videos, because I was not able to. They was flagging everything that I put out, so I just kept posting my old stuff. But I appreciate if I get somebody else, brother. I appreciate you calling in, man.
Hey, thanks, G. Appreciate everything you do, man. Be easy.
All right, brother.
All right, peace.
They hung up. Y'all were calling and you hung up. Hey, but the video he referring to, before I put the call back up there, the video he referring to is the video where I said that typical men are gonna cheat on typical women, and typical women, typical men typically goes how the world tells them they should go. They do what the world say they should do, and the world don't care. The world don't care about you at all. So if you're doing, well, they say you're supposed to do this to find that man. They say you're supposed to do this to find that woman. And how often does that work? It typically fails way more than it actually works. And you wondering why things are so bad. You got a mass majority of people moving the same way, you get the same type of answers, the same type of results. I'm finna answer the phone because y'all calling. Y'all can call back. I don't know who was just calling, but yeah. I got to figure out how to take the line thing off. I got to figure out how to do that. When people call in, like, they got to somebody get spotted in the video thing too. Hold on.
Kids
Hey, what's
live.
going on? You still there? No. Just on the link and then cool. We're gonna holler at you.
To accept, press 1.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
To accept, press 1.
Not much.
You wanted to join the live. Are you there?
Good morning. Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm actually watching you on YouTube as well. Hi, my name is Nisha, and the topic that you're speaking on is something that I see daily. And working in various variety fields of work, from being a Marine veteran to working in armed security to being a woman, period, and being actually just involved in the communities and things like that. You see a lot of things when it comes to supporting of a man, and women more wanting to be more alpha than a man when it's okay to be submissive. With that being said, you see a lot of, it's not okay for a man to cry. So they hold everything in. Now they become real angry. They could be facing or dealing with things that they want to speak about, but they're not able to because if an absent father is not there, or they have a mom that's acting more of a friend than an actual leader, guidance, teacher type ordeal to teach him the small aspects of being a man.
Yeah.
It's okay for a man to cry. It's okay for a man to have emotions. It's okay for them things to happen. But in all reality of it, it is a woman's job to uplift them and find out what's going on with them. Because today's society, everything on the internet demasculates Black men. Make things seem okay when they shouldn't be.
Excuse me. I'm glad you said that. Just listening to you, like it made me question, like, have the question, like they say, like women are nurturing. It's like when to who, like who do women nurture? If you're just about the kids, then okay, but like I had this conversation the other day, and I was saying like, for a lot of Black men, it's nowhere they can go. You'll go to therapy. Like he has to pay for somebody to care about what he's saying. Like,
but in our reality, they're not really caring.
Exactly.
They're just paid to listen.
Exactly.
So therefore, if a person's just paid to listen, they're going to allow you to express yourself. But then when you leave that room, you still got to hold it in, because you go tell one of your homeboys, yeah, I just went to therapy. Use my French. Hey, you dumb as hell, blah, blah, blah. They're going to laugh at you. When PTSD is more higher in the Black communities than it is with people that's been in the armed forces or the military.
Yeah.
Why? Because we deal with natural traumas that nobody else will allow us. So you walk down the street wrong, you're being criticized. You sag your pants. What's that? People don't understand. Those things are forms of demasculation. The bigger the longer the shirts are. I learned this just from working around in prisons and being around things like that. People don't understand. People think sagging came from prison.
Nah, hell no.
It did not. It started in slavery.
Yeah.
Which was a form of bucking, where they bucked the masculine man to make him belittle him, demasculate him in front of people that follow him as a leader. So they wanted you to frown upon this Black man for being strong, for being a protector, for being a guidance, for being words of wisdom. All in the reality of it, he's balancing himself off of what the woman is doing, nurturing on the inside of the house, but he's doing the protecting outside before someone is able to become into the home.
Yeah.
So when they break them down like that and they don't see it like that, their mind is already imprisoned. So what you think is a fashion statement is actually a way for them to actually take away from you your natural, what you naturally are made to do, which is protect.
Yeah.
I don't knock relationships. I don't knock the LGBT, none of that. But it seems like it's targeting our Black men, or I like to call us golden.
I mean, they've been
Black is dark and
they've been
demasculating.
They've been doing it since I just want to ask people, like, when did it stop? Like it has never stopped. It just changed formed. They just changed how they do it.
It never stopped. It's just another way to go about doing it.
And now, like when I read the question, and it's like now they've weaponized women to help them do it versus it was them doing it. Now they got us where society was making, oh, this is okay, this what you do, this new fashion statement, this, that, and the third. And then now it's like when you have women who don't understand how they, when you a Black man that love Black women, and you hear so often how much how we ain't this, we ain't that, y'all should do this, y'all should do that. I'm not doing
It
this for
wears
you. I'm
on
not.
you.
It's like,
It's
damn, like
it's it's mental
yeah, it's tough. It's
first.
like
And it
that's
takes a physical form on you
like
to not
people.
be able to express yourself.
When I first started doing stuff on social media, I had a better feel of social media. Like I didn't like people say I started to change. Like you're not like I used to be. You're not how you used to be. Like yeah, I know because the longer I was on social media, the more hate
You
that I
learn.
got, the more negative things I started to see. The more like I said the other day on my live, I said it's amazing how black women say, "Oh, I'm bashing them" and all the other stuff. I've yet to be one of the guys to try to showcase a woman body parts to get views. I was one of the first people that put a plus size woman in videos. I've made videos with women in their natural states. I've shown women with short hair. I've shown women with all types of stuff in my videos. I've never highlighted a woman based off her just her physical appearance. And it's like
Right.
I have been consistently trying to uplift black women. I have consistently tried to show the things y'all have experienced. But then as soon as I say something that you disagree with, now you're saying I hate y'all. Now you're saying I bash y'all. And it's like, God damn, why would I be
Well,
out
it's
here
not
fighting
it's
you? You
not
don't
that.
protect them. You
That's
don't protect. I
just
do protect. But I'm not at
right.
certain points. It's like as a black man, like it's like you damned if you do, damned if you don't type thing. Unless you're doing exactly what these women say you should do, and then I don't recommend that at all.
I live by the each one teach one. There's a lot of things that a woman can't teach a man, but there's a lot of things that a man can teach a woman. So therefore, stop trying to be a man, because a lot of women betray themselves this way, even though they're feminine.
Mm-hmm.
Learn. That means you're taking time out to understand what a man is. A black man.
But
Man wakes up out of the bed.
we in the age where the majority, and I say the majority because and it's not just I'm on social media. It's like when I post my content, I try to read like a lot of because how I make content. I typically one of the things I do is look at people's responses and how they respond and what they saying. So I will go and read content. I mean, I will go read comments and try to see where people's mindsets are. And within doing that, I used to rarely ever see women trying to understand men. It's like it's
I've been
how
following you for a while.
no,
I've
I
been watching
appreciate
you
that.
since your first skits and things like that. I'm one of them individuals that I like absorbing energy.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say that, what I mean is you put a platform out there that gave people realization of what kind of men you want and what kind of men women think they desire.
Yeah.
Because when a woman gets what they think they desire, it may be that lane that you calling the lane that you should be with.
Yeah.
You don't want the one out there that is, this is them on social media, but then behind closed doors is a totally different person.
Yeah.
You want a person that's going to be consistent, constant, but at the same time, if you're not consistent and you're not constant, it's a balance. It's an energy. It's a flow. It's electricity.
Yeah.
You're just as vibrant as they are. So when things flow a certain type of way, you have to allow it. If it's something that you see a man doing and you feel that it's demasculating him by what he's doing, pull him aside. Some men intimidated by that. Some men take criticism or verbal expression of a person to themselves better when it's coming from another man.
Yeah.
Behind closed doors, it may be something different. That's why I tell anybody, what you're doing within your household is one thing. But when you out in them streets and you with your significant other, your black man or whatever, things like that, allow him to be the man he is. And if he made any mistakes or anything that you feel could change the motion and the way that y'all moving, y'all get in the house, converse that with him. That's called communication.
Yeah.
We don't have it.
Yeah, and I think
us as a black hole is the worst group of communicating. If you look at any other forms of races out there, even when they don't like each other, they allow each other to build each other up to be better than what it was. Regardless if they're not messing with each other like that, they deal with each other to help each other out. They help each other more than I'm jealous of you. So therefore, I'm not going to give you the information that you need. That's a black man to a black man, that it is a black woman to a black man. It plays roles.
But they fuel they fuel it though. Like they like it was. I was shocked.
10 times worse. They laugh at things like that. It's a laugh. It's not a damn.
I was shocked. I was shocked that
right here.
I was shocked that my content was getting flagged for hate speech. Like that's why I have like all my acting skits for like, where your new acting skits? Like, bro, I stopped making them because they kept flagging me.
The only reason that is because you're giving knowledge,
and that's what I'm saying.
You're shining light on a very sensitive subject. No matter where it goes, it's always going to be a sensitive subject. But if I can cut you off of social media for a year, your platform of your education that you're giving back to these black men and these black women, I just minus you out.
And that's
okay,
what I'm saying.
So you minus me out this way, I'm gonna take this route. As long as you continue to do what it is that you do, you're going to shine light on things. I'm 37 years old. You're going to shine light on things that this generation needs. This generation today is horrible. You can't talk to nobody. Exactly. Nobody respects elders. Nobody takes no knowledge. Nobody can take criticism. Everybody want to be frightened. Everybody want to be angry. Everybody want to gun
And where
down
is that coming
because
from?
Because they don't know how to communicate. It starts with the generation previous to. It starts in a household.
But they pushing it though.
But
like it can't get none of this.
You can't even watch television.
None of this can get fixed. None of this can get fixed if they're saying, if they're promoting negativity. Like they're not checking negativity. They're not saying you're not supposed to do that. They're not saying that was wrong. They're giving people like kudos for doing things the wrong way. You know, like that's versus telling, oh, that's an inappropriate way to handle that situation.
They're taking us out of our element of kings and queens and being superior and putting us on the slum.
I mean,
when they're already intimidated by the ground that you walk on. You walk into a room, black man walks into a room, black woman walks in the room. That black man is going to control that energy. Why? Because he's making the energy in the room adjust to him. That's intimidating. He ain't even said no words yet.
Yeah, but
then if you have a woman that's not giving off the same energy that he's giving off, and she's pulling away from it, it makes him drop his head. It makes him walk different. It makes his voice crackle different.
So what do we do?
We have to be able to give the knowledge to individuals that are going to reciprocate it the same way that we're putting it out and pass it on. It's not meant for everybody to receive the energy or the information that you're giving out because they're still ignorant. When their pineal gland opens up and their third eye open up, some of them it's going to be too late.
I mean, we know that, but I'm saying, but what could we do? What could we do?
What you doing?
Huh?
Each one teach one. Keep passing the knowledge. Allow platforms like what you're doing right now to go on daily. You know, I understand everybody got something to do, but this is going to become a natural topic. You started it. I've seen people watch off of your video and somebody build on it.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't seen it from your platform, and then I've seen it from a celebrity platform where the energy, even though what you said the same exact thing. Keep doing what it is that you're doing.
Yeah, I know this. I mean,
I try to do it every day. I try to do it every day within my neighborhood.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works, though. You know, like a lot of my content,
you got to touch one.
Yeah, a lot of my content was spearheading a lot of different conversations, a lot of different topics and things like that. Which is why people kept trying to ask me, how was I coming up with it? I've had people with millions of followers, celebrities, whatever, trying to figure out my method. They were trying to pay me a percentage to basically take my content from me, type thing, because they understood the impact behind what I was doing. But a lot of people could not see what I was doing. People would, you contradicting yourself. That's not what I'm doing. You're just not paying attention. You're so closed-minded to where your mind is not open to accept anything outside of what you think you know. You're not in the process of trying to learn or grow as a person. You want the world to go around you. You want the world to maneuver and go how you want it to go versus understanding the world and knowing how to maneuver through the world. What I do, I was just showcasing different things and being the fact that you don't understand that. You think, oh, you said on your last video, you said this. I literally made the same video once before and made it and did the exact same video, just switched the roles. And I had the same women that was disagreeing, agreeing. It was like I made the exact same. Yeah, I made the exact same video and you disagree with it. I just changed who said it. I made Bianca say it. I made Sharika say it. I just switched
Right.
switched it
Right.
versus I'm
I
saying
follow all of them on social media, and
Yeah.
it's all. I think what it comes down to is being able to step out of your footsteps
yeah.
and put yourself in theirs. Like when a person having to like take you to a personal level. If I see a man down, it's just a natural reaction. Black man, golden man out here. If I see a man down, you want to go talk? Come on, let's take a walk. You
Yeah.
don't know what you just did for that man by just doing that, just by listening.
Yeah.
You just changed his confidence in his walk, in his talk, when he go to work, his employment, his energy. You don't know what you just did by just being a verbal ear for a black man coming from a black woman.
Yeah.
I'm pro-black no matter what it is. You can't be mad at a white woman for taking a black man gave up on. You mad at him for that. Now he's being submissive to a visual that you don't feel comfortable with. But yet, what is it that you tried to do to keep him on our end of the road anyway? You pushed him out because he didn't have on no Balenciaga, or he wasn't wearing Gucci or Fendi, or you say his nails are dirty, but that man might be working under cars 12 hours out of a day. I prefer a man that's dirty, got off of work, than a man that takes more hours than me to get dressed in the morning and not do nothing. Because that means that he's proceeding better than what he was the day before. So if he's giving that energy, I'm getting that energy. So if I'm getting that energy, I can motivate him.
Yeah.
It's about what you do is how it's done.
Absolutely.
It's not about what you say, it's how it's said. Because you can change the energy of a room by saying, damn, that's all you, dang, you just always think you look good. What that man just went through, and how you just mess with his confidence. Or when he comes through the door, dang, you smell good. Okay, King, you shining. Have a good day. It's the tone in it. To demasculate a man by your verbiage is the easiest thing to say, but it's the hardest thing not to do. Sometimes nothing at all, just a glance or a look or a thumbs up or a wink could change that moment. Sometimes us as women, we don't know how to shut up.
Absolutely. That's what
So
we talked
shutting
about the
up,
other day about with Cam Newton when he was like about bad chicks and all this and have to down how to be quiet and all this other stuff. I mean, at the end of the day,
being humble.
at the end of the day, this is it, it's so like many layers to it to where people make it seem like it's impossible and things like that. I really just like me, I can all with all the things I've seen from women, and I've talked to like more black women than anything. I can easily have so many negative things to say about black women. I've seen black women do the most gutter things. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm not just saying it's a shine on Memphis, but I'm just
I got
saying
family down there.
like is I've seen black women do a lot of messed up stuff, but I don't put that as all black women. I don't put that as
Right.
the face of black women. So I don't come at black women like that. Now, do I reserve myself to make sure until I see what type of black woman she is? Absolutely. But I'm not out here spewing negativity towards black women just simply based off what I've seen from black women. Because at the end of the day, I didn't have to see none of that if I wasn't talking to those particular black women. I was overlooking certain black women. I wasn't talking to every black woman. I had a certain type of type back in the day, and that's what I was going after. That was type of stuff that I was seeing. So
Yep.
I just feel like at this point, as women and men, if women are not trying to understand black men or men, period, like you're gonna forever say negative things or demeaning things toward men because you don't, and this, and being completely honest, as a man, I don't think women look at men as humans. Like I said about women, like, I don't think they look at them like being emotional is a problem, which is why them losing their job or being down they look is a problem. Like, we're not supposed to go through nothing. It's not like they, whatever abandonment issues these women have suffered from when they was children, that should not affect men. That should not affect when you
It
have.
should though.
I absolutely it should. What I'm saying
But it
is,
does. Sorry, not it should, but
that's
it
what I'm
does.
saying. It does, but what I'm saying is the mentality is that it doesn't affect us. It doesn't. Oh, y'all should just fix it. Y'all should just. But there's things while women saying we should just fix things, they're telling us, well, I just been through so much. You ain't fixed nothing. And if you understand that it's not as easy as just fixing it, it's possible to fix it. But I would see if you a person like me, I fix a lot of things about myself. So I'm in a position to tell somebody you need to fix that. But if I'm still in a place of darkness, if I'm still living in at 25, when I went through my traumatic experience with a woman, if I'm still talking about that as something that really affects me, and I'm still holding on because I couldn't believe that, who am I to tell somebody they should fix something? If you still holding on stuff from you when you were 13, you still holding on things when you were 6, you still hold when you got Will Smith talking about he still feels like a coward because he watched his mom get beat by his
not holding on to 9.
It's like,
it's not holding on. It's a form of expression because it's always going to be a part of who you are in life. So therefore, you use those tools to be the person that you are today. If those things that you endured were forgotten, it wouldn't make you who you are today. It wouldn't make your visual as clear as it is to see things as they are today. But those only come from individuals that are ignorant. You got to put them ignorant people into a basket.
I mean, because that's the majority. That's the
surge is the same thing. Facts, and that's the bad thing. That number outweighs the positive.
It's like how often you gonna take the negativity though?
You can't. You switch it because an ignorant person is always gonna have something to say. An educational person that can listen is saying more without saying nothing at all.
Exactly.
A person that always has to hear themselves and want somebody to be negative is because they still haven't faced they have not yet faced their inner demons that they still dealing with.
Yeah, and I tell
because
folks
the trauma that they dealing with, they're still dealing with now because they don't want to let nothing go.
And so I tell folks like that all the time, like, and I had to stop responding to people because I used to try to have conversations in my DMs or in my comments, trying to go back, and I go back and forward people, and I realized like you're not smart enough for me to talk to. Like I'm like, it's not a knock on you, but that's the reality of it. Like you're literally not educated enough for me to have a conversation with you because you're taking everything I'm saying and flipping it. You don't have the ability to listen to anything that I'm saying to you. You are
because they're only hearing you.
That's what I'm saying.
A person that hears without listening.
There's no purpose in me talking to you.
Getting the message, they're not passing it.
Yeah, why am I talking to you if everything I'm saying is going in one ear and out the other? You just want to talk. And I always tell people like, man,
right.
I believe intelligent people are people that know they're not intelligent because you're always trying to figure out, you're always trying to learn, versus a person who think they know everything, typically wrong about everything. Because you always think you think you're the one that knows best. It's like you don't know anything. But anyway, I appreciate you calling.
You're welcome. And keep doing what you're doing.
I appreciate that.
Each one teach one. I share your things all the time.
And I appreciate
you're not doing nothing wrong. Pay it forward and continue it up. And I'm with you.
I appreciate that.
Helping undemasculate these black kings out there so they know who they are.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm trying.
You have a good day. Okay, you got it.
All right.
You too.
Bye.
Peace.
Yeah, man. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. I'm trying to read some of the comments, but when I read the comments, I'm looking at the camera. Like the first time I went live, I kept this the whole time. It was like it's terrible. But yeah, I don't think women are the cause for demasculating men. I don't think that's what it is. But I believe that a lot of women don't understand that they are helping demasculate men when you're looking at men as less than, when you're looking at men like they could be like when you knocking men for every single thing they do. Like women are very verbally abusive. This is not all women. But a lot of women are verbally abusive. And it's like, God damn. Other things they say a man's supposed to be and how he supposed to act, and it's a lot. All right, somebody.
Good morning.
Good morning. You gotta unmute yourself. Are you there?
Yeah, you can hear me.
You there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I'm talking.
I got you. I had to cut the audio on. What's going on?
I saw like, damn, man. But how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
I feel like this is a very loaded question.
Hmm.
And I feel like that because I feel like when when the dude was up on here earlier, he was like, it all starts at home. And the young lady who was just on here at first, she was like, it all starts at home. Like, yeah, I
Yeah.
completely agree. It all starts at home, but it starts with the men at home, not with the women. It starts with the men at home because if we are, whether people like to admit it or not, we live in a very patriarchal society. So we we are usually like supposed to stand behind the man. The man's supposed to usually be the leader. And it's like a lot of black men don't want to take that step to be leaders. They want a handout. They want someone to blame. They don't want to look inwards within themselves and find the answer to why certain things are going a certain way. That's for people in general, but I mean, we're on the conversation of black men, so I'm gonna keep it there. And it's like, okay, cool. You want to find somebody to blame. If you want to blame somebody, blame your daddy for walking out on your mama and leaving her alone. And leave her alone there to raise you and be frustrated and shit. Then you wonder why you walking around here with all this harbor hate in your heart because you really got a disdain for your mama when all that really should be towards your dad or the men, or even if your daddy wasn't even in your life, you didn't even have no men figures, no parental figures around to help lead you. And it's just like people want to always reach for, well, it must be this, then no, it's at home. It's the house structure. It's that family structure. You have women who listen to a fuck boy give them empty promises. They don't use their discernment. They get pregnant by this fuck boy. This fuck boy runs off. Then you have the woman blaming everything on the child, which Lord forbid it's a little black boy because the little black boy gonna feel emasculated from birth.
I'm kind of confused. What are you trying to say? I was letting you talk. I'm trying to see where you going.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is a lot of people want to look turn towards social media. They want to turn towards their ex partners or why they feel emasculated and stuff like that, right?
I don't. Okay, go ahead.
What I'm trying to say is people need to start looking more of what's going on at home instead of trying to blame what's going on now in society.
This the thing though, because this like I'm a person that I don't. I'm not gonna say that what you saying don't hold some type of weight, but at some point we gotta grow our ass up. At some point we have to grow up. This, oh, when you was a kid and you listen, you 35 years old, you 40 years old. At what point are you gonna grow up? At what point, if you whatever you say, how you was raised, or whatever the case it is. Now, me, it's kind of hard. I had my dad in my life. I got my dad in my life. But it does not mean that I learned everything because I had both of my parents in my life. It don't mean because people automatically assume like there's men that knew more about being a man because the father was not in their life because he had to step up and be that man. He was a man from a young age. He had to put bigger shoes on early. It does not automatically mean because you didn't have your father in your life. That's the problem. That's not always the problem. That's not always the problem. Or even oh, that man, he just left y'all. And that's not always the case. That's not always the case. And what I was referring to about the women aiding and demasculating men, it's not women can help just like men can help. Men can, like how women got to where they are today, there had to be some type of men. If there was nothing but men in control, how did women start to get more and more and more and more? Some man had to be like, well, we have to start giving them more.
And I most definitely agree. I think I think my statement was worded completely wrong, because I most definitely agree with the fact, like, once you hit your 20s and shit, you need to be looking at some self reflection and see, like, go to a therapist, go talk to. It's so many different things out here that people can talk to, like, to get that point, to figure out what's really going on. But I most definitely agree, like, women do aid in it, because you have you have people in their echo chambers on social media who enables that shit. Then they go out here in their real world and they think that's how they supposed to be. So you have women denigrating and talking real bad and down on men in their real life, and you got men who listens to that shit, and then they go find their own echo chamber, and it's just like the same vitriol is spit right back.
Yeah, that's why I don't really, I understand that social media plays a part in how other people look at each other. If you're not a person who truly understands that social media is like the media, it's gonna control you. It's gonna control your thought process. Like, and me being honest, I learned this from watching ESPN. When I learned that ESPN, because me being naive, like, new ESPN was not a news station about sports. And I was noticing how, like, I can watch a game where Kobe played and watch the full game, but when I watch ESPN and when they talk about it, they will say, "Oh, he had a great game. He had 30 points." I'm like, Kobe took 40 shots. He was 5 for this, and it's like, but the media was trying to control it to where, controlling what people thought about the game, and I started noticing, like, this is not what happened. And I imagine, do they do this in the regular news? Then once we got on social media, and I'm noticing they're controlling what people think. When I have young men when they talk to me and they get on, I just this young guy who's like 22 years old, and he asked a very profound question. I posted on my YouTube, and he was like, as a 22-year-old black man who's trying to learn his way in life, it's hard for him to try to be a man when every time he gets on social media, they saying everything what a man is not supposed to do and was not a man. And all the things they name is what he do. So he's like, well, I guess I'm not a man because of this. So now he's trying to do what they say he should do, and now he's getting hurt because he's doing everything outside of what he would normally do, because what they say a man's supposed to do. And he don't know any better. He's just trying to figure himself out. He's 22 years old. You know what I mean? That's why I just said earlier, like, I was 28 years old when I finally understood what it was to be a man. I was 28. I'm 32 now, and it's like I finally got into that space. But if I was in this day and age of social media, to where they are controlling what people think about each other by spewing hate, like, all thing you got to do is show a black woman saying something. All thing you have to do is show. Matter of fact, crop a video and show 5 black women saying something negative about black men. The thing will be, this is how look at how these black women look at us. The thing is, it's like they paint this picture like it's the majority of black women. All 5 black women said something, but yeah, they left out the other 10 who did say something positive.
Mm-hmm. It's
They
most definitely like that.
showed you the negative ones. Like, how many times y'all seen these she's a gold digger video that's on YouTube, where she didn't want to talk to him, and then she saw his car and now she want to talk to him? It's manufactured. How
And
many?
all that be fake little pranks.
Exactly. Everything is manufactured for you to think and believe that, these black women so bad. Then when you get out to this real world, and when you do run across a black woman or a black man, you have the image of what you've seen on social media. You can't even have a connection in real life with these people. That's one of the reasons why they're creating this metaverse. They're getting people so far away from each other for them to control you for everything. Like it's not hard to understand if you want to understand. Like this what social media does. A man saying something positive about a woman or a woman saying something positive about a man, that's not what they gonna show you. It's
at
hard to
all.
find. So with that being said, when you got women that's emasculating men, not knowing that's what they doing because it's all women empowerment and women can do and say anything they want to say. It's like, come on, man, that's not how they work. That's not how they work. We got to do better. And that's the only thing I was when I saw the question. It was like I don't blame women for the emasculation of black men, but I do see them helping in the process. And I'm not a person who just hold people just how you was raised, Like, yeah, you was raised this particular way, but I've seen more people deal with things in their older years than I've seen them be holding on to childhood things.
Yeah, and I know for me, like us coming from the same city, like, cause we grew up in two different areas. You 32, I'm 24. Like, I've seen, I've seen some wild stuff coming out of Memphis, Lord Jesus, and it's just like a lot of times it is contrived by social media because when I usually go outside and when I usually go outside and be in the real world, don't none of the shit that they claim be happening be really happening like that. Like, I this is the best example that I can use. You know how you get on Facebook or something like that, and you see everybody name mama talking about how, oh, Memphis so dangerous, Memphis this, Memphis that, Memphis that. But
Yeah,
then you go outside and you be like, well, shit, don't none of that really be going on around me. It's like I don't see that in my real world, but I see it on social media, so I have to think this is what real life is
yeah,
because I'm constantly seeing it, it's constantly being shoved down my throat.
yeah. But you said with that, like you said, we both from Memphis. The thing about it, Memphis, the death rate in Memphis and with the population is that's why is that's the reason why they say that. With the population of Memphis and the death rate, and they do like the numbers and statistics of like the average or percentage, it's typically higher because like more people die in Southside Chicago than Memphis every year. But Chicago has way more people.
Yeah,
So
the death to birth ratio.
yeah, so it's like it's a bit different when it's Memphis. So, but like I said, I'm from Memphis. And I've seen a whole bunch of stuff myself. You know what I mean? Like, but I understand that there's a lot of stuff that's pushed. Whether it's media, social media, whatever the case it is. And that's one of the reasons why when I was going against the grain of what they would say, because that's typically what I did. Like when Derrick Jackson would say certain things, and like, bro, come on, fam. I'll go against it. I'll showcase a video, a different perspective that most people may go through. Because I wasn't just doing things just to get views. I wasn't just doing things to get, because that's the case. I could just pander to people.
That man most definitely will pandering like a
I,
motherfucker.
I can. I don't think if all I gotta do, I can just pander towards women to get more views. I can just pander like that, but that's hurting. It's hurting us more than it's actually helping us. And my thing is, I don't have any children yet, and when I bring children into this world, I don't want them to go into a world to where I have a son and a daughter, and they're catering to my daughter, but they hating my son, or they're catering to my son, but they're hating my daughter. And we're creating a world where it's either or. It's like, why is it that it's either or? But you have grown people, they're so self-centered, they're not looking at, what I'm saying, the effects of what's happening today. They're only looking at them as an actual individual, and it's always in how they speak. You listen to them, well, I don't do it with me and mine. It's like, bro, yeah, but look at and this is just for an example, when you got women that's getting views and they're pushing views, even with all these community guidelines, a woman can get on social media and show her breasts through her shirt. She can show her print through her pants, and they push this. They let women show they ass. And when you have little girls that's on TikTok too, it's like, how is this okay? Why is that so okay? Now I'm not saying you can do what you want to do, but at the same time, are you not thinking about the effects of what you're doing?
They don't care, and degeneracy makes money. It's fuck sex sales. It's degeneracy that makes money. Anything that has to do with anything that's low vibrational, that doesn't feed life, speak life, it's always pushed through. Everybody, like, that's what everybody love to involve themselves in. They don't like to put themselves in situations that can better not only themselves, the people around them, and their communities.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you joining. I'm finna let my guy talk. Okay, I've been seeing him waiting in the wings for a minute. Let him jump.
All
All
right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.
right,
You
you
too.
too.
What's
What's
going
going
on?
on, brother?
It's good to finally meet you, man.
I'm glad you was able to finally meet me, brother. What's up?
Yeah. Dude, this is a touchy subject, man. I've been listening the whole time on everybody's take on
Yeah,
everything. I'm only 25, so it's like I don't know everything, and I don't have as much as experience as you guys. But I was trying to kind of internalize everything and take it all in. And if I had to be honest with you, Jeremy, I I personally hated black women for a long time. Like, and I think that it might have. I don't know if it came from like childhood traumas, not having my mother, or wherever. I don't know where it actually started at, but when I began to actually mature, y'all have that y'all talked about it and you pointed out certain things in this show, and it kind of made me think like you can't stereotype. Every black woman is not aiding in emasculating black men, and at the same time, when I face reality and look at how society is set up for all of us, it does kind of suck to see, how you pointed out. You go on a lot of these social medias and you see that they're quick to let you post women showing their body and doing this, that, and the third. And so that's why I commented in the comments and I said maybe not every black woman is doing that intentionally, but as far as like if you're at an early if you're in early stages of your life and something might have happened to you in your life that made you that way, that's one thing to be at early stages in your life and it's like that. But to be to be in late 20s and in your 30s and you still operating in this, however this emasculation of men is going on, I can't agree with that. Because if you hit in your 30s, you 40 something years old and you still operating or have conformed to certain ways of this world and you haven't grown up internally, then that's a problem. That's when I have a problem with it.
yeah, yeah, man. Like, and to piggyback off that, like that's why I'm not a person like I don't think I've been emasculated, but I believe that the image of men, black men, is that, and
Yeah.
it's been there. I feel like they started it. Like whoever's doing it, like, who are the people who's involved? I believe are geniuses because they're playing.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say this definitely had to be strategically planned out.
Like, you understand how to like just look at it. Like, and this is not no shot at nobody, but I grew up in the age where you wear your size clothes or you wore baggier clothes, whatever the case it is. And then they kind of moved in the real skinny jeans, and they moved
Yeah.
in on the shirts that look like dress or tall tees. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say I never wear skinny jeans, but tall.
Oh no.
Oh, we're banging. Ooh, 5X. I need it. You know what
Yo, listen, I'm 6'6", so I definitely would never wear no skinny jeans.
what I'm saying? So, but like
Yeah.
it started, then now it got to where the guys, they started wearing purses, and then
Yeah.
guys now guys are coloring and painting their fingernails. Now
Yeah.
guys, like it's like it was they slowly
Yeah.
you
When they slowly peel the layers back. I
they
mean,
slowly dropping them in there, like,
yeah.
and then that's what's the society part of just the actual image of them not looking, I guess, masculine. But then when you got how they act, not just how they look, how they act, that's being attacked from some black women. It's like, when you got men who growing up in this trying to find their way, it's like, how can they possibly be masculine if they never have really seen it? That's
And
why
honestly, I would,
being masculine.
and just like that 22-year-old guy that you were talking about that talked to you,
Yeah.
Honestly, like I would have probably asked you the same question if I had the chance, man. You know, I don't mean to expose everything about myself, but it's like I just went through some crazy stuff being in a homeless shelter. My situation was so messed up, Jeremy, that I was thankful to God and I was thankful about everything to be able to get a place, to be able to get a home for myself. I was just I felt like I had did something amazing, like
You did.
something that's
No, you did. No, hell no. We're not gonna. You did some amazing. Listen, brother, we all go through things, you know, and that's why I hate when people try to put time frames on things. Like people always, how soon, how long. I never answer those questions because life hits people differently. You feel me? Like life does not. People make it seem like you just supposed to. Oh, this age you get this. Like people lives are different. You got people who, like you said, your mom wasn't there. Like you got different folks that go through different things. They had to jump through different hurdles. And you getting your first place or getting a place at 25, that's an accomplishment. Don't knock that down. Like it, oh, it ain't nothing. No, that's something. Because you've made it through things that some folks probably have never made it through. You've probably been through things that most folks haven't, and they telling you, "Dog, you getting your first place. You ain't even been through nothing yet. You ain't went through nothing to say what I've accomplished at 25. It may not be big to you, but where I've come from, this is huge for me. So that's why
right.
I never knock people. I was never the person that knocked somebody down for whatever they whatever they so-called like achieving in life. What I always attack is that when the person achieves something, they try to knock other people down. Like, oh yeah, I got this, I got that. And then now it's like, hold on, baby, that ain't nothing but a little apartment.
Right. Right. Well, you know what? My adopted father, Tony, one day he taught me something very profound. And he said that it had to do with judgment. And what he said was, be careful when you judge, because when you point a finger at one person, you don't recognize that there's going to be about 3 other fingers pointing at you. Like other people going to point at you. Well, like, wait a minute, I know you got this, but hold on, you doing this. So don't point your finger at somebody else when you know what I'm saying, when you got something else going on. But I mean, that was a touchy subject, and I was glad to be able to sit here and dialogue with y'all, man. It's the roots run really deep. It really does. And like I don't know what I think I'm still in the process of working on, what it really means to be a man. I don't know. Maybe in this generation it's just misled. What does that mean to you? If I'm able to ask you one question, what does that truly mean to be a man to you?
What I learned what being a man was, like, because I thought being an adult was being a man, like just taking care, paying my bills, things like that. But then when I realized that that meant nothing when it didn't affect anybody else, like me being a man alone, it really didn't. Like, how was I to define myself as a man when what I do does not affect anybody? Like I'm not out here protecting anybody. I'm not out here providing for anybody. I'm not out here helping anybody. I'm not out here standing up for anybody. I'm not out here like I didn't like what I consider what being a man is being able to understand yourself as an individual first. You feel me? Like if you still trying to figure things out, like you might haven't got there yet. So you're able to be pulled in different directions. I feel like being a man when you're able to control your own mindset and able to figure out different, like when because like a prime example, I like even though you may not know it, but like whatever situation you was in, you were able to finally get out of it, and you finally got your own place. That's what being a man is. You picked yourself up, and if you had help, that's fine too. But you didn't sit down and just be like, well, point fingers at everybody else. You was like, okay, I got to figure this out. That's what I believe what being a man is. You have to be able to get yourself out of different situations. You got like they say, you got to man up. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, right. So if I had to kind of add to that, you saying a part of being a man is a real man of self-control. a real man is a man able to solve, not necessarily, global or worldwide problems, but able to solve, whether internal or external problems.
Absolutely. I think, and also being a man of understanding, and that's how you get to the place of, because being a man not always doing something physical. It's a mentality behind being a man. You know what I'm saying? And it's different for different guys. You know what I'm saying? It's different for different guys because, like I said, based on what they've experienced, which is why I never try to knock people down. That's why I hate it when I saw certain guys doing content and they, oh, if you helping a guy pay half, he ain't a man. He ain't like, hold on, man, you don't going through. Not everybody's life is just like yours. Not everybody's life is set up the way yours is set up. Like it's a lot of things that people are experiencing that's probably ahead of you or a few steps behind you. But to not seem like they doing something wrong. Now, I don't think I would say a person doing wrong is when you stay in that position that you messed up in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that like, but it's a lot to what I believe what being a man is. Like, I'm gonna tell you what I used to think a man was taking. I thought a man was taking control of all situations. That's not being a man. Oh, it's my way or the highway. That's not being a man. Like I really found out what being a man was when I was able to be a man with a woman. That's when I was able to understand what it was. Because before then, I didn't know anything about being a man until I finally understood how to be a man with a woman. The things a woman was seeing me, the manly parts of me that women are attracted to, I was not able to identify those things because it was normal for me. So it was like, oh, they like me. Oh, okay, they like me because I got to play. I got a call. But like, no, it was other things they liked. Other thing they was attracted to. When I was able to identify those things, like my presence to a lot of women, like they like that because it's kind of hard to explain. It's like some type of ladies, y'all may know what I'm talking about. When you around a certain guy and it's just his presence that make that woman feel like, damn, she with a real man type thing. Like the lady who told my live, like he walks in the room and you can tell that that's a real man right there. And like I said, it's such a compelling.
When I think about it, man, and the messed up part about it is, maybe real women can recognize that in you, but the women that are, just to put this back in there, the women that are aiding in this emasculation, I don't want to say priorities ain't right, but something isn't straight. There's something in the mindset that's not right in aiding in emasculation of black men, because a lot of these men, not just black women, but a lot of these men that women are looking for be high value black men. And like I was talking about this in the comments, I know you wasn't looking at everything because you had people on your on call, but the one chick was saying that the people in her area, wherever she lived, looked at high value as a man that's disciplined, and she stated some other thing. But from things that I experienced, which I was fine with the dialogue because we all got different experiences, and I said that from my experiences, how people looked at high value revolved around a man that got a lot of money and you know what I'm saying, a lot of luxury.
I think that's something that's just changed over time, and that's what we seeing on social media. They get back to that social media topic,
yeah,
because in reality, depending on what city you in, like if you in a city like Atlanta or something like that. Now, this is not all women, but when they want to live a certain lifestyle, they want to be that hot girl, certain thing. Like it's a certain type of woman that thinks a high value man is financial. But you have a lot of women like for like me coming up, like all the women I've been around, and it was never just about me having money. It was the fact that I was able to provide for myself. I was able to do for myself. I was dependable. I was accountable for things. I took responsibilities. When things happened, I was a problem solver. Like I said, I can't be that happy. It was like, okay, let me figure out how to get this and still push. Like one of the things that happened between me and my ex-girlfriend, like she had some messages, like I didn't know at the time, but somebody hit her car. It was some Mexicans hit her car. They didn't have any insurance. Just so happened she had just got her insurance canceled. At the time, I didn't know any of this, so I was taking a lot of the situation. Maybe, okay, you cool, whatever. They were trying to fix her car. Mexicans, they got connect. They got folks to do everything. So they was like, hey, if you don't call the police, we will fix your car for you. Then the third. This before I even arrived on scene. When I got there, she'd already called the police. She crying and all the other stuff. Long story short, like in that moment, she was devastated about like trying to figure out how she gonna get back and forth to work and did in the third. And me as a man, I was like, you know what? You just don't at the time I had one car. So you drive my car back and forth to work. So you ain't got to worry about you getting back and forth to work. I know somebody who work on cars. I know my partner got a body shop. He gonna mess with us on the price, get your car fixed in the third. And this should take about a month and a half, depending on how many people he got. So you can be like stress free. Let me be the one to figure out how I'm gonna get back and forth to work. So while she was driving my car to work, I was getting picked up and dropped off, standing outside waiting for my ride, things like that. So she would be in a better position. Those type of things, like I say about problem solving. You know,
right?
What I mean?
So, and now that I'm thinking about that, so that's why you was pretty much saying that those are forms of what it really means to be a real man, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like when you just a man alone, and it don't have to necessarily be with a woman, you know what I mean? But I believe that it has to show with somebody else, whether it's your niece, your nephews,
Yeah.
your younger siblings, your mom, your
And I
sister.
think
It has to show with somebody that they can depend on you. Like your manly thing it just can't be I'm a man, but nobody sees you a man.
right. And I see where you're going with that. As far as like don't paint it, don't make the picture of it like it has to be an image and everybody has to know you.
Yeah.
But like I think that when I really started to mature, it was when I was 16 years old, man. That's when I met my first mentor. His name was Nate Chester III, and he was a city councilman out here in Canton, Ohio, and he was like a pastor, a barber, and he was my mentor for years. And I became a leader at the Young Life program through him with a lot of youth. And
Yeah.
like the more I got to dwell around him, and I got to meet other mentors, like these guys are full-fledged adults, bro, married guys, wives, bunch of kids. And like I was thankful to be a young man placed in that environment around that, because due to my history as far as my past, I didn't have a solid foundation as far as male figures to look at, as far as figuring myself out. Like, dang, I'm about to be 18 out of school. What am I supposed to be doing with myself? You know what I'm saying? Am I supposed to just work my life away for the rest of my life? Like, what do? That's why I was asking, like, what it really meant to be a real man. And like, it was things like that happened in my life that I guess inspired me to take this step inside of myself, to like look internally and what I can be doing to put myself in better positions to be a better man.
Yeah, and that's
So not just me taking care of myself or paying my bills.
right.
I want to be in a position 5 years from now where I'm in positions of helping my community in a better way, being
Exactly.
able to guide other youth. Like, hey, you might be dealing with this situation, but guess what? You're not alone, and I got this wisdom to give to you. I've always felt like from that time of 18 to 25 right now, I've always felt like when I was doing things like that, when I was doing things like volunteering and helping my community and doing things where I can assist, I felt like I was being, I don't know, I felt like I was being my greatest self at times like that.
Yeah. And that's when you really find out yourself. Like when you're doing different things that you probably never thought you would do. Like if you're doing the same things all the time, you get stuck in a bubble, and that's what you assume, life is, or whatever the case it is, and you end up not growing as a person. You're 25 years old, man. You gotta know, God willing, you got a long life ahead of you. You know what I mean? Like you got, like, I thought I saw somebody said it was like 34 still learning from their mistakes. Thing like, yeah, bro, it's life. You're not, like, I've made mistakes in my past, but at the same time, I appreciate my mistakes. And the reason why I appreciate it, because the man I am today, I don't sit back and just dwell on things I did wrong and the effects of it. It's like, man, like if I sit there versus understand like the silver lining between it, I'm more of a glass half full than a glass half empty kind of person. I don't look
Right.
at things in a negative light because it happened. Now, at that moment, yeah, it feels bad, but at the end of the day, I try to rationalize and be like, you know what? Maybe it was the best thing that happened. Like a lot of us, when we go through things bad, something good comes out of it. But it sometimes it takes time. Like you lose that job, you devastated. You end up finding a better job. You know what I'm saying? But in the moment of losing that job, you're devastated. You can't be like, what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do. And something,
Right.
you know, their relationship that failed, you devastated because he cheated or she left or whatever the case it was, and you end up finding somebody that's better, whether you even finding yourself, and now you in a place in your life that you've never been before because you had to take certain steps to get to that place because what happened to you. Like, but we look at the bad things that happen, we hold like it shouldn't happen, but like, look where you are today, though. That's why with you saying that you got your first place, man. You could have failed a long time ago. You could have just quit a long time ago, but you kept pushing and you achieved something getting your place, man. That's a big thing because now you got that. Now, what's the next thing? Like, but all the things you've been through, like you got people who've had great so-called great lives financially, whatever. Like
Yeah.
they be messed up.
Yeah. Woo. Oh yeah. And
Like, all of y'all
and
been
you
around
know,
who got money or when they were younger, whatever. They be messed up, drug addicts, whatever the case. They be going through it.
yeah.
Go ahead. What you been
And
say?
I think, and like when before, I don't want to keep you too much longer, but since you said that, like when I sit back and think I remember, man, I used to read newspapers. Like when my grandma was still around, I used to grab her newspapers that she would read, and in the newspaper they would have like people that have died in the newspaper, and like I used to read on some of them, and some of them used to have a lot of rich people. I'm talking about rich people with millions and millions of dollars, and like I was sitting back like, well, that could be anybody. And on top of that, these rich folks, when I be watching, I know it's social media, but when I see a lot of stuff, you can do some research and find out that some of these people had issues and
Yeah,
still got them. And I started, thinking about that to myself, like, we got to stop looking at these people just for the fact that they're celebrities and rich and they got this, that, and the third, because they deal with the same problems we do. And the reason that it's much worse and harder is because they have money. Not
exactly.
to say that it's bad to be wealthy, because it's not, but it's what you do with it. And
Right.
this year, it was the beginning of this year, I came up with this motto. I just thought about this weird motto that I was talking to people about January and February. And I said, in your life, do what you love. Like whatever it is you feel like you desire and love to do it and go for it. Aim for it and don't let nobody stop you. But on your walk on that path to life, face your fears. Face those things that's going on inside of you. Whether it's past trauma, negative things, depression, whatever the case may be, face those things on your path to life, man. And
Yeah.
I think that like you said, everybody's life plays out different. They learn things at a different time, but you can still take small steps, even if it's baby steps, even if it's surrounding yourself around a better environment of people that are encouraging, that's going to help you to push yourself to be better. You know what I'm saying? It's little things like that that can still make a difference. You know?
Appreciate that, brother. And whatever I wanted to say before you get off, man.
What's up?
When you was like, you don't know where it stemmed from, like when you didn't like black women or whatever the case it is, and
Yeah.
like I feel like at some point you need to try to figure out what it is because it may not affect you right now, but what I've learned is it doesn't go away until you address it. It doesn't just go. It's something, whatever that thing is, and how I found out what affected me was I tried to figure out when was the first time I felt that way. I started from there. I went with the first time I felt like I did not like something or I feel insecure over the case. When we went the first time, and I would ask myself, let's say my first time feeling insecure was when um a girl told me I wasn't tall enough, just for an example. Then
Mm.
I asked myself, why did her saying I'm not tall enough really affect me? What does it matter? Then it made more sense, like, oh, it mattered because I've been told I was too short or too tall or whatever the case was since this day. Or I started to like, and that's kind of how what therapists do, and I talk about doing stuff like that, but therapy want to get their money. And I'm not
Right.
not to go to therapy, but there's things that you can do to find different ways of why you act the way you do so you can address it. Because I had to realize that I, as a 31-year-old man, last year, I was still doing things as a child that I didn't realize I was doing. And I asked myself, why am I doing this? Why is this happening? And I had to ref like, when did I start doing? I did exactly that, and I realized I've been doing this as a kid, and I started doing this because of this particular situation. And once I figured that situation out, I had to look at that situation then and look at my situation now. Like, bro, I'm no longer in that situation. My life is not like that anymore. So I can't keep. I said, oh damn ducks, but I can't keep moving like my life is like this because it's not.
Right.
It hasn't been this way for years. But I've just been this particular mindset for so long to where it's just a part of me now. So now I'm no longer doing that particular thing, if that makes any sense. So
Absolutely. And I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
ain't no thing, brother. You have a good one. All right.
You too, man. Thanks.
No problem. Yeah, man. Good conversations, man. Y'all only on y'all not hearing the conversation on Instagram because y'all refuse to go to YouTube. Great conversation, man. Oh, I thought I was an adult until I had to take over the house payment. Now I wanted to have my mom handle cooking and cleaning and taking care of us. I realized, no, it's true. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough being an adult. It's tough out here, man. But to get to the original topic, yo, masculine. What you say? Yo, emasculating dating white women, even done what? I don't, bro. I don't know what I think you. I guess y'all having a conversation in the comments because I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what y'all talking about. I will say this. Why do y'all only use celebrities to prove y'all points when y'all don't talk to celebrities? Why do y'all use celebrities as y'all standing, as y'all thing to try to prove your point? Black women not aiding. Black women do aid in it. Black women do aid in it. They're not the reason for it. Maybe you just jumped in, so if you feeling some type of way about something, which is it's fine. But this is no attack on black women. This is the fact. This is letting because I don't think that black women are purposely aiding in the emasculation of black men. I don't think if that's how you're taking it, hey, it's nothing I can say to you. It's nothing I can say to you. Because what I will say is, as a black man, I don't see women caring enough about black men to even care to even have a conversation about it. Like you rather be offended by just a question. You rather versus try to understand, am I doing this? And are we aiding in this? Is this what we're if so, instead of saying, I don't think we are, but how are we? So I can stop. Instead of you trying to have a conversation, you have to be upset in the comments. But at the end of the day, you have to realize I'm getting paid for every comment. I'm getting paid you watching. And you can be mad, bro. I don't care what you think about me. You think you the one upset. Look at me. I'm fine. Look how mad you are. What you mad for? What you mad for? Get out your feelings, brother. It's okay. It's fine. Hold on, nope. Why fully grown men acting as women aiding in you just saying stuff. You just saying stuff. We just gonna get you just saying stuff. There's always one. And the more I do live, the more they gonna come. You just commenting with no type of you just can't have conversations with people. Yeah, he just trolling. He just saying stuff. But just imagine though, he's just one. Maybe and it's probably another one finna jump in. Just imagine how often look how he's attacked. He's trying to or she's trying to attack me. Just imagine how many black men are attacked. I ain't said nothing negative about black women. That's what only reason why I read the comment out loud. I haven't had said I haven't said anything about black women in a negative way. Nothing. And it was a question, right? Did the title sound dumb? Because I asked it, because you asked the question. Okay. Okay. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Black men emasculate themselves. What you say? But they are the one that like to wear women attire. The fact that you don't understand is what is the fact that you don't understand is important for me to understand that you might not be you might don't get it. Black men, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say because it just go for anybody. I pray that y'all understand how to talk to people, how to observe people. If you ask a question and a person gets upset with the question, don't talk to these people. Now, if you one of these people, then cool. If you ask a question and you get upset versus them like understanding they're trying to understand something. This is the only reason why people have arguments. That's the only reason. Only reason why y'all sit there and be back and forth yelling at each other, all this crazy stuff, because a person asks a question and you not being able to understand, you take everything as a shot at something, so you feel the need to take a shot back. Oh, black men, they out here dressing like this. It's not what we're talking about. We didn't say that's black women doing that to black men. That's not what we're talking about. The question say aid. Oh, you don't understand what aiding means. You don't know what aid means. That's what it is. You don't have the vocabulary to know what aid mean. You can't talk to everybody, y'all. You can't talk to everybody. When he can't handle in the future, host love advice. These black men will preach their quote. I bet you won't call in. I bet you won't. I guarantee you, the people that be in the comments just saying weird stuff, they won't call in. They don't call in. They just saying weird stuff in the comments. And what's crazy, it don't even in most cases, this how messed up social media is. That's why I say the people who behind this are geniuses. Because look at the profile picture. A lot of time it's not even black people who's in the comments spewing this negativity. It's they're people that steal other people. There's people that steal black people pictures and jump in folks' comments. So it looks like, and they got private profiles. They have private profiles. But you see a black person, so you think it's a black, these black women, these black men, it's not even us. Just like you have trolls. I believe that, I mean, me being completely honest, I believe as black people, we're so naive to believe that if they have done all these other things, why is that past reality? Why wouldn't they do that? When you've had certain men put on blackface and go to Chicago and start shooting people like drive-bys. I bet y'all don't know about that. And it looks like black on black crime. That's too deep for them. That's too deep. That's too deep. They don't know about them doing those particular things. And you don't think that these people wouldn't just put on blackface, make a fake profile, and just jump on black people's stuff to receive hate. Then that person not gonna join. They not gonna call in. They not gonna do a video chat because they know it's a great chance this person is not even black. I didn't bet money on it. This person with this Miss J probably ain't even black. But they in the comments trying to separate us though. Why is that? Why are they going so hard to separate black men and black women? What is black men and black? What don't we see, but they see to feel so strongly to separate us? Why are black people the only people they're trying to separate? I don't see this in the Asian community. I don't see this in the Latino community, the Mexican community, the white community, the Indian community. I don't see this in none of their community, but they go hard to separate us. Why they care so much about what we doing? Why they care so much? I'm just asking the question, y'all. That's all. Why do they care so much about black people where they're going out of their way? They're going out of their way. It's something we don't know. It's something we don't know. Who this? Yo, you can't talk. You too close to the camera. You got to bag up. I ain't gonna let you. I ain't gonna let these folks see you if you got your neck and shit in the camera. It's over with. Yeah, look. See what I'm saying? They gonna leave out. They had the camera right here on they. No, hell no. Get your ass out of here. Get your goddamn get up out of here. Anyway, y'all. What the? I guess they didn't know I can see that. I can see them before they jump on. Because they know we are a powerful couple. But that's not what we. You know what's crazy? They know something. They know something that we don't know as black people. While black men and black women are fighting, then the third they sit back like we doing a great job. You doing a great job. You doing a great job. When they watch us just sit back and fight with each other to where we can't even have a conversation because they jump in and try to cause destruction to make sure we're not having good dialogue. They try to make sure that we're not coming together as men and women, as black men and black women. They try to make sure that we're not doing that. So they come in with these bullshit pages trying to start some stuff that not even there. They trying to start something to make it seem like, oh, see, y'all can't even have no conversation. We can't because y'all keep trying to jump in. And why y'all keep trying to jump in? Because they know something that we don't know. Why black men and black women saying y'all so messed up, y'all the black women messed up, the black men messed up. And they seem like, yeah, keep believing that. We need to have these conversations in private spaces. Facts. Facts. That person, that person thought they were finna jump on you, and now they not even in the comments no more. Come on, man. Just look just saying stuff. Come on, man. Anyway, anybody else want to call in, man? Say what they gotta say. You want to join the live? Here you go. No matter of fact, yeah, we're gonna just do people join the live. Black men, black women, we gotta do better. We gotta do better. And what's crazy, I'm not a person that's out here that I'm not out here. I don't have to find a person. I sit back and I be like, man, it's almost impossible for y'all to find that right man, that right woman. Y'all got so much hatred and y'all controlled by this social media stuff, man. But you can't even look the black woman, that black man in the face and have a articulate conversation. A lot of y'all find out more about your man or more about your woman via social media than you do just having a conversation with them. Y'all don't even just having you understand how many relationships have been ruined because the people in the relationship literally listen to the people outside the relationship more than the people in it. A woman, a man can tell you can tell your boyfriend, or girlfriend, husband, and wife can tell you something, but it doesn't make sense to you until somebody else tell you. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I had a woman one time, story time. I had a woman one time, she had a full boyfriend. She married to him now. Had a full dude. Called me for some advice. I literally, what I said, yeah, you right. He said the same thing. And I said, if he said the same thing, why did you need me to tell you the same thing? Why couldn't you listen to what he said? Why did it matter what why did it register with me when I said it, but not with him when he said it? Why couldn't you listen to him? She was stuck. I'm like, bro, I just saw how many, I look at how many men and women you ruin your situations, ruin your relationship because you believe everybody but the person that you with. Why y'all with these people then? If you don't have enough control to listen to the person that you with or trust the person that you with, if you need access to their phones, you need access to their social media, you care about them. Listen, as a man, I don't care if a dude look at my woman. I know you're gonna look at her. I don't care if my woman look at a dude. You think he attractive? That's fine. You human. You being with me not gonna make me be the only attractive man in the world. You still gonna think other dudes look good. As long as you ain't going home with them, we find you because you look. Listen. I had a conversation before. I don't care if my lady is at the club and a group of her friends at the club or something like that, and a few dudes have a section and they ask them to sit with them. I don't give a damn. Long as y'all be safe. As long as y'all make sure everybody cool. I don't care that y'all, if my lady was in a section with some other dudes. I don't care. But at the same time, I'm in a place in my life to where if you mess up with me, that's on you. You blew it. See, the old Jeremy, I'll be self-conscious. I'll be insecure about my lady being around other dudes. Why? Because I don't trust her. But it's a different world when you trust that woman that you with. I know how these dudes be, but I know my woman though. See? Oh yeah. These dudes be out here trying to talk to you, but I know her though. She ain't going for that. She ain't going for that. Oh yeah, she going. Yeah, you bought her a drink. Yeah, she buy a drink. Buy her a drink, and you make sure, and y'all make sure ain't nothing put in her drink. Yeah, go on. Go on. Give it down. The old me, I cared. You came back. You made another page. Look at it. He came back. And you the one that tried to join my live with your lips in. I asked you to back up from the camera. You couldn't do that. Motherfucker. And you talking about celebrities. Like you not smarter. You not that intelligent. And look at Miss J riding with him. Hey, 2 trolls. I kicked them off. That's how. Well, then they came back to talk to me. Why you so infatuated with me? And what you saying all this you sound dumb. You don't have to listen to it. How smart are you? You don't have to listen to it. How dumb you have to be in a room to where you don't have to be in the room just to tell people you sound dumb. You dumb for even being in the room with people that sound dumb. How unintelligent are you to be in a room where people sounding dumb and you don't even have to be in there? Kanye West. Why you talking about celebrities? Who was you? Y'all look at celebrities like they're entertainers. Most of these celebrities are miserable. They get paid to act a certain way. But you don't know that because you don't know no celebrities. Amen. You don't know these things. Numerous celebrities have came out, man, just give me the money, not the fame. Because they image, they have to do certain things. A lot of the relationships are manufactured for them to be popular. Most of them wouldn't even be famous anymore if they wasn't in a relationship. They're not smart enough to know that. They're not intelligent enough to know what's going on. Hey, V Princess, set your ass up. You got one more comment and you gone too. Yeah, that's how we doing. You got one more. You stop putting people down, but you got this person. You ain't saying nothing to the person. Come on. You got one more comment and you up out of here too. Watch this. You got one. Oh, bam. Watch this. Cause it's really easy. Look, it ain't. It's really easy. You don't have to keep them in here. Forcing your way into a dumb room. Hey, look, I just blocked them again. I wonder when they come back. I blocked all three of them. People more worry about celebrities more than they worry about their own situations. Facts. Because they want blacks to forget they are the original beings. Come on, man. Come on, man. We gotta do better. Look how fast I got him up out of here. Look how fast. See, I used to get upset with them, but when I realized you can't talk to a troll, because they just because they would never say anything to you face to face, not even in person, but just on a live, because they're gonna look dumb as hell. That's why they won't call in. That's why they won't join the live and show their face. They would sit in the comments because they know that's the only safe space they have. Look, what I tell you, unblocked them twice. They came back twice. Why you keep coming back? You the same. You afraid of their comments. You the same person. You the same person. You afraid of their comments. You the same person. Anyway. You afraid of their comments? No, I just don't like talking to people in the comments because y'all know a lot of people in the comments they just say things like they were saying. Just not. It's no point. He blocked the truth. I did. Watch this. Get him out of there. He blocked the truth and blocked it again. And blocked it again. And blocked it again. Come on, man. What we doing? Anyway. It'll be weird to hear. Do black women aid in emasculating black men? ... Of course. Why are people on here trolling? Because they do not want black men and black women to have educational conversations. They want to jump in and be dysfunctional so they would not actually come together and have, because the only problem with black men and black women is that we won't sit down and have a conversation that's beneficial. We sit down and finger point. They want they want the people who are trolling. If I was on here talking about black men ain't the black men, they'll be patting me over the back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If I was on here talking about black women in negative fashion, they would pat me on the back. But the fact that I'm on here trying to get black men and black women to actually have a conversation, that is the thing they don't like. That's the reason why you would have certain people that talk down on their own race, the black women and black men. They get more views. They give you more views by speaking negative to each other. But a person like myself that's trying to get folks to come together, my content is banned. My content is forced to get taken down. My social media is so-called in this Facebook jail, which is why I've been trying to get y'all to go to my YouTube, because once my YouTube number start going up, I was gonna start posting my old, like doing like my oldest type of content. So that is the thing. They come in bunches. This in the episode of Trolls. Yeah, they doing the most in here today. I ain't staying on top of an hour and 50 minutes finna get off. Anybody want to call back in, man, on this topic before I leave, about do black women aid in that emasculation of black men? Do they aid in that? Or they don't do anything at all? Because at the end of the day, as black men, as a black man, I have been consistently trying to uplift black women. Whether it's giving black women's compliments, whether it's holding doors for them, whether it's, like there's certain type of things that, a lot of black men do. Like you can't just do certain things to black women in front of black men. And I'm not saying this is every single black dude. No, I'm not saying that. I am not saying that. But the fact that with this movement, a lot of men have been in support of women trying to be, um, heard. Women trying to have the same, playing field as men and all this other stuff. You know, I have consistently seen black men step up for black women, but then when I turn around, I don't see that same thing. It's like, if I can be honest, I've seen it's like y'all both trying to get over the wall. The black man is trying to pick her up and she gets over the wall, and when she gets on the wall and over it, she turn around and tell black man, well, you can get yourself over here. Damn, you can't put your arm down and help me up. you can't you can't reach back for you. You can't drop a ladder for me. You can't. We were trying to build the women up to where women start to surpass guys. And like guys, like, oh damn, you gotta. They literally have grants for women. Oh, you want? Oh, come on, women, yeah, come on. Women getting grants, getting loans, getting all this other stuff, and they getting all this assistance, which is fantastic. But then the talk like, oh, the men, y'all don't want it out here. Like, nah, y'all just getting more opportunities. They giving y'all more. So we will have less. And then you look at us like we're less. You look at us like we're not worthy of a lot of different things. You talk down on us. Now you'd be surprised how many women try to talk down on me because they didn't know me. She trying to be like, the other day when I was on my Instagram live, a young girl was like I got this. I think she said she was 27. It was something like that, and she was in my comment just saying some crazy stuff. I'm like, just relax. I'm a boss chick. Did in the third, and I do this in the third. I got this. I cash out. She going in. I'm like, that's cool, but just relax though. You don't have to. I know she's still young, but it's like you can be proud of your accomplishments without knocking other people down. No, you got your own place, all that. I got my own in the third. Like, that's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with you having your own spot. That's good. But when you start talking down to other people, now I'm sitting back like, okay, what you, she was like, what you got? Show your house off. I bet your house ain't better, man. Like, what type of dudes you? Yeah, that work with a lot of dudes, don't it? Look at my mattress. My mattress. I press a button and my mattress fold up. My couch got a charger attached to it. You just plug it up. These your accomplishments that you talking about. Ain't nothing wrong with you being happy that you got that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you talking like you just got it. And it's like, baby, relax. Relax. Show your house off. Like, why you trying to come like you feel so compelled to try to compete with me? And I know for a fact you don't make nowhere near the kind of money I make. But I'm not out here showing what I got either, though. You heard about the fatherhood bill in Florida? No, I haven't. I haven't. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't. A man is supposed to help a woman, but a woman won't do the same for men. I would love to see more. That's how people get robbed. Yeah, man. I truly believe a lot of women, a lot of men, like we just gotta be there for each other. I feel like women have to stop talking down to men because you don't know what these men are going through. And that's the emasculation that I was referring to. I mean, women like a guy's manhood is consistently being challenged. A guy being emotional, his manhood is challenged. A guy losing his job, his manhood is challenged. A guy doing it's so much that challenges a man's, you know, manhood. Well, you ain't a man if you ain't a man. He a little boy. He it is. It's like that's the emasculation of men that I see from black women. It's not just like you making him like feminine, but it's like you talking down to him. You're saying so many negative things. So many negative things. It's like why? Like why do you feel so eager to talk down to somebody? When you have men who growing up, like I had this thought one time. Women be saying how men are so abusive and all this, and I'm like, I can understand that. But where does all this stuff stem from? And I'm not gonna say it stem from women, but I feel like the fact a lot of guys don't. It's not outlets for men with emotion. You got these beings that's naturally stronger than women. We're naturally stronger, and all the other thing. And these men don't understand themselves, don't understand their emotions. Consistently talk down to, consistently everything. Most things he do is wrong. And it's like, and when they spaz out, it's like, oh, he wasn't supposed to do that. He wasn't. But at what point was anybody gonna check on him? At what point was anybody gonna care about him? At what point was somebody gonna be like, you know what, we should try to understand him? At what point was somebody say, no, let's not talk down to him because where he is in life. Let's figure out why he's in this position. Now, when you find out why he's in this position and it's something that he's been doing on his own, he ain't want nothing out of life. He was just playing and just out here, not trying to be anything more than what he is. Okay, now put him in that category. But just because he's in a certain position, like you don't treat nobody that way, man or a woman. Other black other black men are questioning other black men manhood. Black men make fun of Ted Cruz sexual assault. Hey, and you absolutely right, which is why and what that's what I just said. Like where men do Men absolutely do. But more men are more men are coming around and stopping Block Gang strong. You saw that? You saw how fast I got him out of here? More men are coming around and not attacking. The younger guys still may do it, but the older guys are starting to come around to where they're more open to have conversations with other guys. And being completely honest with you, one of the reasons why men hang with other men, oh, you always around your friends because that's a safe space for him. Now, a random guy may try to knock his manhood, but his homies don't knock his manhood. Not somebody that he call his brother or his best friend. They don't knock him because they understand. They've been around him too long to knock him for things he's going through or how he may feel about certain things. Black men are still posting Will Smith crying meme on social media because black men are always attacked, which is what, like, you literally making my point. Being that black men are, it's okay to attack us. It's not okay to attack black women. It's not okay to attack white women. It's only okay to attack black men. How many, you don't have to just say Will Smith. You can say Tyrese crying to see his daughter. You can say who else was it? Michael Jordan, his crying meme. OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., his crying meme of him winning the Super Bowl. Like, it's always fun to make fun of black men. It's always it's never, oh, we should be lifting them up. It's not a black man thing. The world makes fun of black men, and that's the point of it. And we asking, do black women aid in it? So you posting like you making some points, like you literally get on here and you saying exactly what the hell you saying, exactly what I'm saying. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Stop it. Stop it. Y'all say everybody talking down to y'all. Somebody say some y'all don't agree with Nate. They talking down. Watch out. I've yet to see I've yet to see a string of black women crying over certain things. Yet to see it. I've yet to see it. I've yet to see black women crying over certain things. And it becomes a meme. With Chris Rock getting slapped, meme. Make that a meme too. Because yes, the black man has to be the butt of the joke. The black men have to be the butt of the joke. They have to be. Watch out. Come on, man. We gotta do better. Until we get out of it, I feel like, man, but I'm be 1,000 y'all before I get off. As long as y'all live in this space of social media, you're gonna be always, if you live in that space, not that you just get on there from time to time, but if you live in that space of social media, if you draw your conclusions of black men and black women off of social media, it's a great chance you're not gonna like the opposite sex. Especially if you a black man or black woman and you stay on social media, it's a great chance you're not going to like the opposite sex. It's just, and if you're not aware of that, like me, I really don't live on social media. I post on social media. I get paid to post on social media, and I get off of social media. I don't really like to stroll through things because I start to see things that make me mad. Like, oh, oh. Appreciate that. I don't know what that means. Super sticker. I don't know what that means, but I appreciate it though. Anyway, man, I'm finna get off, y'all. Been on too long. Y'all be cool. Appreciate y'all watching. Um, I'm glad I was able to block some of these trolls off. Hey, the troll gonna be the block. Just be get out of there. Because think about it, I don't want to block folks that disagree with me because I don't want it to be like, oh, I disagree. It's like, no, if I can't have I can't have a conversation with you. If I can't have a conversation, you just in here just to just say things. Like, there's no point of talking. You just go ahead. Oh, you sounding dumb. Like, bro, you don't have to be in here though. I blocked you. You came back just to try to argue with me. I blocked you again. You came back again just to try to argue with me. Anyway, y'all be cool, man. I appreciate y'all watching and subscribing to the YouTube channel. All right, man.